What's up, curious youngsters? If we're always wasting time doing useless things or watching millions of videos, ending up with those weird YouTube recommendations, why not spend a few minutes on Mr. Curiosity learning instead? 30 epic facts you'll forget in 10 minutes, but these are sure to amaze you. Here are 30 things you didn't know 5 minutes ago. 1. Gibraltar, a British territory, uniquely has an airport where the main runway serves both airplanes and cars. Yes, that's why it's considered one of the world's most dangerous airports. Cars and bicycles are separated from a landing airplane only by a traffic light and barrier. Beavers are among the largest rodents and have many interesting traits. And did you know that those striking teeth of theirs have the characteristic that they never stop growing? If they don't wear them down with trees, they can grow too much and damage their heads. Careful, Beaver 3. Genghis Khan was a Mongol conqueror known for founding the first Mongol Empire, which would end up being one of the largest empires in the history of humanity. In Mongolia, a massive statue over 40 meters tall was built to honor the controversial emperor, making it the world's largest equestrian statue. 4. I'm sure that at some point in your life you watched the first Spider-Man movie. And I'm sure you didn't know that in the scene where Peter Parker manages to catch the breakfast in the cafeteria, it didn't have any special effects. Tobey Maguire caught all the objects in real life, needing 156 takes to do it perfectly. In Japan, they seem to seek attention. They always give us odd curiosities. Did you know we can eat at a restaurant in Osaka and Tokyo? South Fishing Restaurant features tables designed to resemble being on a boat, and you have the chance to choose the fish you want to eat and catch it with your own hands from a fish tank inside the place. Why is Japan so strange? Why Sace? After the coronavirus pandemic, bats got an undeserved bad reputation, but did you know most aren't vampires or rabid? This is what the Kitty's hog-nosed bat, or bumblebee bat, looks like, which with such a small size, just a few centimeters, has the distinction of being the smallest mammal in the entire world. 7. Nature is always surprising us with incredible behaviors carried out by different species. Here we encounter the armenio, a very curious animal who is going to hypnotize its prey by jumping, spinning, running, and doing everything possible to attract attention. While in this case, the rabbit doesn't understand what's happening. It's going to approach slowly, and at some point, it takes the final step. 8. You've probably owned a Samsung device at some point, but do you know what the name means? The Korean brand used this word because it means 3 stars. Its founder wanted the company to be as powerful and lasting as the stars. Let's see if you knew that, my friend Nueve. Most birds are similar, but occasionally we find a unique species that surprises us with its appearance. That's how unusual the Cuban tacaroro looks. This incredible bird has a very unusual feather distribution all over its tail, and thanks to this, it ended up becoming the national bird of Cuba. 10. In wartime, soldiers must wear uniforms to stand out. For example, in World War II, if there was something very characteristic of Nazi Germany, it was their delicate and attractive uniforms. But did you know that they look this good? Because Hugo Boss designed them? Yes, the well-known German clothing brand existed then and was forced to work with Hitler. So if you really like movies, this fact might interest you. In 2015, the science fiction film 100 Years, starring John Malkovich, finished filming. What's interesting is that it will be released on November 18th, 2115. Yeah, the date is in 9512. Cemeteries are very special places that can be quite intimidating for some people. Did you know that in Hong Kong, due to limited space, they used some mountains for the local cemetery, giving us these vertical cemeteries that are truly impressive, but how horrifying. 13. Did you know about the town of Miyazaki in Japan? A few years ago, the Sheraton hotel chain built the world's largest artificial beach, Sea Gaia Ocean Dome. This amazing building features tons of sand, a wave pool, palm trees, a retractable roof, and a volcano. Yes, although obviously this one is fake. 14. Brad Pitt is one of the most well-known actors in all of Hollywood. Did you know in Deadpool 2 he played an invisible character and appeared on screen for under 3 seconds? As if that wasn't odd enough, he took the job for only $1,000 and a coffee. 15. To find unusual animals, we know we must go to Australia. And even though you might find a little worm in your backyard when you dig in the dirt, it can't compare to the giant Gippsland worm, a massive earthworm that can grow up to 1 meter long and 2 centimeters wide. This amazing creature is only found in Australia's Gippsland region. 16. In 2005, as Facebook was starting, artist David Cho painted a mural in the company's offices. They offered him $60,000 or company shares as payment for the work. The artist accepted the shares, now worth over $200 million. Well thought out, David 17. Although nowadays most information is found digitally, a few years ago everything was found in books. Not all were small or easy to carry. For example, here's what the atlas looks like. Klinka, known for being one of the largest books in the world, was published in 1660. And besides being almost 2 meters tall and 2 meters wide when open, it takes at least 6 people to move it. The border between the United States and Mexico is one of the busiest in the world. But did you know that every year, in the month of April, an event called Volleyball takes place here? Which is a volleyball tournament? Arizona neighbors in the United States and Sonora neighbors in Mexico use the border wall as a net. 19. The planet is amazing and constantly surprises us with natural phenomena. But imagine waking up at night and seeing this. This incredible landscape can be seen during some winters in Arizona, United States, and it happens as a result of a cannabis plantation. The reason is that on a cannabis farm, ultraviolet lights are used for growing the plants. And these lights end up reflecting off the fog that surrounds the town, giving us this incredible spectacle. 20. We find the strangest species in the ocean depths. Did you know the anglerfish wraps? Beasel has the curious fact that when a female and a male meet thousands of meters deep, they will fuse together in order to mate. Literally, the male fish grabs onto the female's body with his teeth and slowly starts to enter her body. Cue the shocked owl. Come on, 21. Surprisingly, hot water can freeze faster than cold water under certain conditions. Yes, this is no joke. The Mpemba effect states that hot water has more stretched hydrogen bonds than cold water, allowing it to store more energy, which has to be released when it is exposed to temperatures below C22. Statues and monuments might seem like something ancient, but in Silicon Valley they had the great idea to build a statue of Nikola Tesla that emits Wi-Fi. The monument, made of resin and then painted with a copper color, has an internet transmitter located inside the light bulb that it holds in one of its hands. 23. Did you know geckos are curious reptiles that can stick to any surface because of their remarkable feet? Microscopically, these reptiles have billions of tiny toe hairs that let them stick to any surface. Also, unlike other animals, they can attach or detach from any surface anytime without issues. 24. Salamanders are fascinating creatures that resemble lizards, but they're amphibians, not reptiles. Most are just a few centimeters long, but the Chinese salamander can grow up to 1 meter and 80 centimeters, tail included, which makes it the world's largest amphibian. What an ugly creature, Mother Nature. 25. Just like animals, people release pheromones from their bodies. And each one of us, just like with fingerprints, has a completely different scent. And this was proven by researchers who analyzed different people and discovered this fascinating fact. 26. While millions of animals exist, only a few share traits with humans. Did you know only primates and opossums like humans have opposable thumbs? In the case of opossums, this is even more curious since, while all their fingers have claws, the thumb does not. 27. While people are mostly similar, about 1 in 17,000 has some form of albinism, a condition caused by mutations in different genes that leads to a reduction of melanin pigment in the eyes, skin, and hair, giving this very white appearance. And the man we're seeing is Stephen Thompson, who became known for landing a contract with the clothing brand Givenchy to model their clothes at the best events around the world. 28. Whether you like rap or not, you should know Snoop Dogg. Did you know his real name is Calvin Cordoza Arbrowse, not his stage name? And the funny thing is that he took this nickname after his mother, when he was little, called him Snoop because according to her, she really liked the cartoons where the little dog Snoopy appeared. And also, according to his mother, he looked like him. 29. Greece is famous for its paradise-like islands, including Hydra. To better protect the environment, motorcycles and cars are banned, so only horses, donkeys, and boats are allowed for transportation on the island. Reinta. Japan is known for its classic temple architecture, as well as the skyscrapers and impressive buildings found in many cities. Osaka is one of the most important cities, and here there is a building known as Gate Tower, which has gained worldwide fame for a very curious peculiarity. That's because a highway runs through its 5th, 6th, and 7th floors. Before I leave, I'll greet some subscribers. First of all, a really big greeting to Edward Grant. Then another little greeting to you, Will. Greetings to Mauricio Vargas and to David Manuel Rosil. Then I send a big greeting to Brian Robles. And finally, a big greeting to Jose El Pro. Another shout out to Juan Francisco del Valle, and the final one to legend Daniel Cortez. Leave a like, comment anything you want, and don't forget to share the channel and videos with your friends. So now, more kisses, Mr. Curiosity. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any new videos. I am Mr. Curiosity.